Arsenal played that did everything we wanted to play in the first half.
Anyways,
Did you watch the match?
I
did.
Anyways, you know what? Let's leave that conversation for later. We are talking the Carabao Cup.
Okay.
So let's say in summary of all these things that we are still saying. Manchester City, the second game was Manchester City Newcastle where they won. And this was like a carbon copy of what happened in the game between Arsenal Chelsea. It was just like the same carbon copy happened in the game between Manchester City and Newcastle. Newcastle, you are Eddie Howe, you are already losing by 2 goals margin. If Manchester beat you if City beat Newcastle 5-0 today, it is not an upset. Revenge is a dish best served cold. That was the trend before the second leg of this game. That was the trend we were hearing. Revenge, 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 revenge. But this time, after yesterday, we have understood that you can eat your cake and you will still have it. That's exactly how it turned out in the Carabao Cup semi-finals on both legs. Congratulations to Arsenal and Manchester City for a trip to Wembley to dissolve who will be the Carabao Cup champions. But before we go further, a big shout out to one of the greatest of all time, Cristiano Ronaldo, who turns 41 today. Happy birthday to Cristiano. Long life and prosperity. Man, age is just a number for that guy. The greatest goal scorer of all time. So we the Ultras, we are wishing you a happy birthday and long life and prosperity. And of course, we hope you turn up with a trophy very soon in the Saudi Pro League. So now let's get back to the discussion of the day. In the studio here, we are lucky enough to have members of the finalists. We have live members of the finalists. We have Olabi, the Manchester Pep Guardiola first son. We also have, of course, the ambassador to Arsenal, Abayomi. So you are very welcome. Congratulations on getting to the finals of the Carabao Cup. I think this is a very good step in getting to, especially for the league leaders, because we are hearing rumors now that you guys are going for the quadruple. So let us hear it first from you. Are you people heading for the quadruple? Because currently you're already in the finals. So are you celebrating? Are you already celebrating your Carabao Cup victory?
Well,
yeah.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, good morning.
The thing is, these Chelsea fans, I don't know where they got their courage from before the match. You that we came to your backyard to come and slap you several times.
Exactly.
You now feel like you go to Emirates. Well, maybe because of we lost to Man U, maybe that's what that courage came
yes,
from.
Because we heard Garnacho saying, if Man U can do it, yes, you can also do it.
He forgot that we are coming from 4 away trips in a row before that Man U match. That one don't go. But the thing there is, as you said, something good comes to those who wait.
Of course, yeah.
We've been waiting, my brother.
Exactly.
For a very, very, very
long time. No, that's
so we deserve the 0-4 as the first time. So they want to win something big for the first time in recent times. Give us the 4. We want all 4, yes. That's what my coach is gunning for.
That's what he's gunning for.
Yes.
That's beautiful to hear. Now, to Pep Guardiola's first son. Okay, first son, not the last one actually. You heard him right. He said the patient dog eats the fattest bone. And of course, they are already gunning for the fattest bone, which is the quadruple. Your father he's yet to achieve that peak in the English Premier League. So are you seeing a possibility, or of course it is now in your hands because you can actually stop them from doing the quadruple if you beat them in the final? So are you confident that your father will do justice? Or
you know these days, the patient dog and later it's sad.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
It's sad.
All right. All right.
Because this is like I keep saying this thing.
Yeah.
But I think Arsenal fans or football fans are seeing it in another way.
Okay.
You understand? Then the ass is back. the league starts this weekend.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Arsenal will go to the league.
Okay.
Manchester City will win the Carabao Cup.
Okay.
I don't know if they will win the FA Cup or the Champions League are not going to win.
Okay. So you are confident now that
Sorry.
Yeah.
Who he said Arsenal will bottle the league,
Yeah.
but he didn't tell us who is rooting
Manchester
for.
City will win.
Yeah, he's aimed that's what exactly what
No,
I'm
let
saying.
him speak aloud.
Yes.
Manchester City will win the league.
All right. So you are confident that your father will do justice.
100%.
Beautiful. You heard it here first. His father, Pep Guardiola, will do justice to the world, or the patient dog finally gets the fattest bone. Well, let's just do a quick tactical dive to the game. Yes, we heard that there's been a lot of backlash, especially during the Arsenal game. There was a lot of backlash coming from both sides, especially more on Liam Rosinell, because we saw him going to a game where you needed to win. In fact, you probably needed to get the first goal. And when your lineup came out, all we just saw was two attackers, because it was a 3-5-2 formation. The two attackers in the game were just Liam Delap and of course his partner Joao Pedro. Was it Joao Pedro? Yes. Yeah. So those were the only two attackers. You fielded a midfield of Enzo Fernandez, Andre Santos, Moise Caicedo, having Cucurella and Malo Gusto as the wing backs. Then playing Gerald Hatu, Fofana, and who was Chalobah. So that was, first and foremost, that was, for me, I feel that was a very, very wrong selection. Having Kopama on the bench, Esteval, Garnacho, and the rest of them. You needed to score, for Christ's sake. So why the sudden fallback, or why the sudden structured defensive mindset? Why? Let me hear from you, of course, as we know you are proactive.
Firstly,
yeah,
I would like to thank the La Masia boy, who is Mikel Arteta.
Okay.
Congratulations, going to the final. I love that. These Liam Peppers,
yeah.
These days, you don't do gara too much. Because compared to where, wetin Maresca know they do, we say you win one, you draw one, you lose one.
Yeah.
You want they win straight
games, yeah.
That thing is not giving me joy.
Yeah.
Firstly, the lineup, when I saw it, I was with Ridwan. I told him this lineup, they are not going to get anything in this game.
Yeah.
Because you are going to the game, you need to win. Let me say you need to score first.
You need to score first.
Just scoring first in that game
changes the whole play. Yes.
The whole play. You understand? Go out with your attackers. You can even put a lineup of 3 defenders, 5 midfielders, and 2 strikers. By playing Palmer, put Neto, put people that can run. Neto and Garnacho will have done a lot of things in the attack.
Yes, of course.
You guys might later get in counter attack that Garnacho and Neto can run with the ball.
Yeah.
That's what I told you, man. They won't get any points in this game. Understand? Like, just play your normal Cucurella, Chalobah, Fofana, James.
Okay.
Enzo, Caicedo, put Palmer in the 10th position, play Neto, play Garnacho, and put Joao Pedro in the front line. You understand? I think they would have gotten a first goal. Yeah. And I changed
the whole gameplay. Exactly. So, and on this same game, judging by the same tempo and the same template, we saw in as much as we know that Mikel Arteta has, your Arsenal arguably has one of the best squad depth in the world at the moment, as it stands now. We know that Arsenal currently have one of the best and the most stable squad depth in the world. We only noticed the major change for me in that game was the fact that David Raya, the goalkeeping, just changed, which was David Raya and Kepa came in, who also happened to be a very, very good backup, shot stopper, and of course, one of his, in fact, he's better than most teams' first choice goalkeeper. Yeah. So seeing that lineup, Gyökeres and Zubimendi, of course, your backline, Simba, Saliba, Gabriel, arguably the best defense as it stands in world football. Does that give us, should I say, an intel that Arteta is taking every game very serious, regardless of the competition or regardless of the tournament?
Hey, I mentioned it earlier that my coach is gunning for all the 4 trophies.
Yeah.
He mentioned it. He said we are taking every game seriously.
Yeah.
There is no game that we are writing up. I mean, this season that there is no. There was a time he do take those cup matches
Seriously.
less seriously.
Yeah.
That was in the previous season, and that if you observe, he do get knocked out early.
Yeah.
I think those times he was trying to focus on the league
Okay.
alone. But currently, we have that big squad
Yeah.
that can go to war.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So you understand?
I love that. Yes.
If he can't fight for all the trophy available, then maybe he's not fit for the job.
Yes, definitely.
Now, let's look at the tactical aspect of that match, Chelsea and Arsenal versus Chelsea. Right? First thing that you guys need to check, they are going away, even though it is not an away match because it's a London derby.
Yeah.
Despite the fact, you see, the Arsenal will still have the highest number of fans present at the stadium.
Yeah, true.
Secondly, Arsenal at home is not an easy team to score, not to beat, not to talk about beating.
Yeah.
They are not an easy team to score. So the coach, Chelsea coach setting up the way he set up 3-5-2 formation.
Yeah.
So he's trying to reduce the outcome of the Wotoporos you get from Arsenal. Because go and check other teams that came out to attack Arsenal. Inter tried it. Bayern Munich tried it. You collect. 3 goals is sure. It's certain if you want to come and play outside.
Okay.
Plus, I have told you, Manchester United is just a blip on the road. So don't gaslight me. I mean, I'm not a fan that you be telling that I want what happened after Manchester United. We cannot win all the matches.
Yeah.
So you get.
Yeah, true. Okay.
So, as I was saying, Bayern Munich tried coming out. Inter Milan tried coming out. Those things that I mentioned, they are far better than the Manchester United that we are talking about currently. Nothing you want to tell me because they are playing in the Champions League. We are Manchester United are playing in the Imba League. So let's leave that one. So as I was saying, the coach wanted to limit the goals that were coming for him. So checking by the way he played, Chelsea conjured up some large amount of chances, not even a few numbers. There was a time, like 2 or 3 occasions, Enzo was blasting the shots over.
Okay.
He was in a good shooting position. Imagine somebody like Kunwa, where this guy was shooting then. Out of those 3 shots he had, 1 will go into the net.
Exactly. Now you have, should I say, now you have hit the nail on the head on something where I am coming, or a question I'm going to throw now, both to the fans out there and everybody. If, just like you rightly mentioned, he wanted to reserve, like you said, he wanted to maybe limit the goals that we are expecting, maybe Arsenal not scoring and all of that. Now, let's not forget it. You made mention of something. You said you are going to the Emirates. Let's take nothing away. Emirates is one of the loudest stadium as it stands in England.
Yeah.
Now, currently, because of course you are the best team in the world and everybody are optimistic. When you go to Emirates and bang in the first goal, you have silenced the crowd. Automatically, you have taken the 12th men for Arsenal. You have taken them out of the game. There's this agenda flying now that, this Liam Rosino is, I don't want to be too quick to judge because, like I said, he's a pragmatic manager, and I love the fact that when you notice that this thing is not working, you change it immediately. But against Arsenal, it was all shades of wrong. Why am I saying it's all shades of wrong? The last game before Arsenal was West Ham. You made 7 changes to your lineup. Everybody knew that why you made those changes was, one, you are coming from an away trip in Naples where you just beat Napoli, and you are going to Emirates to play for this. That was why you made those changes. So definitely your best players got rested enough. Now, in the second half of the game, those same players you rested came into that game and turned the game around. Let's not forget, West Ham had scored 2. Chelsea came back from a 2-goal deficit and scored 3 goals. Let's take nothing away. Yes, we know that West Ham is just an average Premier League side. But regardless, the Premier League team are still a very tough side to face. I expected that as you're going to the Emirates Stadium, you come out and play. You have nothing to. It's just a goal. Remember, when they played at home, Chelsea came from behind. When it seems that all hope were lost, Chelsea came back and scored the goal. You kept your best attacking threat on the bench: Pedro Neto, Cole Palmer, Esteval. So how did you expect Liam Delap, who we know is not in form? What did we expect him, or what was the expectation behind Liam Delap starting? Or is it because you happen to share the same names or the same first name? I don't know. What do you think about this? What do you feel? Was this a tactical, from your own point of view, is this a tactical, should I say, error from him?
With what Bayomi said.
Yeah.
Like, he's scared to concede a lot of goals.
Yeah.
Yes, and I don't see it like he's scared.
Exactly, he's
Because
scared.
If
Yes.
you watch this season, Arsenal Chelsea have played 3 times.
Yeah.
And the 3 times has been Chelsea dominating the game.
Yes.
In the first leg, they got the red card.
Yeah.
Arsenal bet for draw.
And they still got a draw.
You understand?
Yeah.
When they meet in the first leg Carabao Cup,
Yeah.
I saw a lot of Arsenal fans complaining that they don't like the way they played, even though they won.
Yeah.
Because Chelsea dominated.
How many Arsenal fans did you see complaining?
A lot. Because that game, they dominated the game from 1 minute to 90 minutes.
My brother, that's the wrong thing. But continue.
I'm expecting them to come out
and play
football. Just use your
simple
attackers. It is a game you have lost 3-2 in the first leg. The second leg, you have nothing to play. You have nothing to lose for. Just come out and play. The morale Manchester United used by beating Arsenal at the Emirates.
Let me just pick out something from even that Manchester United game. We saw that even in that Manchester United game, between Arsenal scored first, Manchester United equalized. Now in the second half of the game, Patrick Dogu scored. Immediately, Patrick Dogu scored. This is one of the first time I'm seeing that you can make 4. Arteta made 4 changes at once. That is proactive, because you did not even want that morale. It was now clear and obvious that you are gunning for that win. You don't just want to equalize that goal. You are going immediately. Manchester United, where Patrick Dogu scored that goal, we saw it. It was obvious, and immediately Mikel Merino got that second goal. Oh my God, the atmosphere in Emirates was another thing, because now they now have that morale. But immediately Matheus Cunha goal went in. You could see exactly. You could see the morale. The players were down. Everybody was shaking. I believe that if Chelsea had gotten that first goal, if Chelsea scored, in fact, if Arsenal scored, Chelsea equalized. The gameplay, because basically it was actually a boring game. Chelsea were now being conservative. Arsenal, knowing fully well that these people are not even coming out to play, they calmed down. Arsenal did not rush the tempo.
Well,
you refused to. Yeah,
you guys wanted to do a tactical analysis of the game, right?
Yeah.
See, as a manager, you can't take being trying to protect the game out of their lineup. Every manager does it one way or the other. Like, I want to be on the safer side.
Okay.
You cannot just go and put the team out there. Like, go out and attack.
Who's looking for a goal?
Hold on. Right. That goal that you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
What the coach did, the tactics he played, was to play the first half kind of in a reserved way.
Okay.
If you check what you said, like in his West Ham match, Chelsea versus West Ham, they were losing 2 goals down, right?
Yeah.
And he brought in the starters.
Yeah.
They got the goals that they needed.
Yeah.
And I think they won, right?
Yeah, they won 3-2.
He had the same plan.
But Arsenal,
Arsenal
is not West Ham.
Hold on now. How many teams
have
had scored Arsenal first at home this season? Let's start from there.
Okay.
It is, you see, he's going to do an impossible job and he knew it. So he was trying to.
It's not an impossible. No, it's not, I don't agree with that thing. It's not an impossible job.
It is.
Because
it is.
Okay, see why I'm saying
current Chelsea versus Arsenal, it is an impossible job.
See why I am calling it a very possible job. an inexperienced Michael Carrick. Take note, he has only coached Middlesbrough. And remember that this is the second time that Michael Carrick has beaten Mikel Arteta. This is not the first time they faced. When he was interim the first time, he won the same scoreline 3-2. Now, Man United were in a very bad place. Let's not. They were in a very bad place. And with his inexperience, he came in, gave them a morale boosting win against Manchester City. They took that morale, went to a Arsenal side that are yet to concede 3 goals at home, and they did it. So it is very possible for anybody. It is very possible, don't let me say anybody, for any big team to go there and score once you just know how you want to play. Now, Manchester United, what they did was, in fact, Manchester United should be a pick for you, because in the first half, Manchester United chose to be reserved. Not just in the first half, in fact, in the entire game, mostly in the first half, it was Arsenal attacking. Then, the first 25 to 30 minutes, and after Arsenal scored, the tempo slowed. Manchester United equalized. First half finished. The second half came in. Manchester United did what? Attacked. And once they immediately attacked, they got the goal. It is very simple.
If you want to judge all matches with that Manchester United game, you keep getting things wrong.
Hold
on. Before Manchester United scored that gift goal that Sulemani gave you guys, hold on, my brother, let me talk. We were there in the game before that goal. What are you guys saying now? What are you guys trying to say? Hold on. Press. Who was pressing him at that time? Nobody was beside him. I don't know what came in. Nobody was there. No one was close to him. You can go back and check your replays. He did a very silly mistake.
Okay, let's hear.
So you did the mistake without
it was a silly mistake for me.
Alright, fine.
No one was there.
Let's agree.
No, he was not under pressure at all.
Yes, let's agree.
He was not under any pressure at that moment.
Okay, someone pressed him. A lot of Arsenal fans were telling him to have moved this way.
And the other thing that he could do, because he had enough space behind him, right?
What we are saying here is very simple. In as much as
whether
it was a gifted goal or not, whether he was under pressure or not.
What I'm trying to point out is that kind of goal we considered can demoralize every player on the pitch.
Okay.
You should try and understand what I'm pointing. It's not like Manchester United came with a better tactics on that day.
Okay.
But you consider it the same.
Fine. Okay.
Chill.
Yes, fine.
They scored a goal that demoralized the team. Okay. We are talking about 2 big Premier League playing, 2 big Premier League.
It does not affect you.
It's Bournemouth and Man U are the same level now.
That's exactly.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. Now
all these guys saying. What are you saying? How? Put them on the same level.
Now you are coming.
How will you put Bournemouth and Man U on the same level? What are you trying to say?
Now
is it on money spent or what? I mean the squad depth.
No, let's take that.
Which one?
Where they are playing.
Leave that one aside now.
You know what? Let's not escape. Let's not go out of the scope of what we're discussing.
Yes.
You are still coming back to the point I made when we said West Ham is not Arsenal. Now you are saying Bournemouth is not Man U. That is exactly what I'm saying. In as much as yes, we totally agree that goal that Arsenal considered changed the mindset, or should I say the tempo of the game. It really gave Manchester United the edge to come out and want to play. This is the same thing I am still saying as regards to this Arsenal-Chelsea game. Imagine a scenario where Chelsea had gotten that first goal against Arsenal. Immediately it is game on. There will be panic. Arsenal players now will begin to panic that if another goal comes in, like the whole game will sit up. Not just Arsenal players panicking. Chelsea players now, their morale will now be different. Like they will now have a different drive, a different energy, because they feel like it is now game on. So they will want to edge in and get back into the game. But the fact that now is that, and let's not forget, let's not take nothing away. Players, there are some player profile that strikes fear in the hearts of some players. When the lineups was announced, imagine Gabriel and Saliba looking at Chelsea's attack, seeing the lap, seeing Joao Pedro. As in, there's this confidence that will be oozing around. But when they are playing and you see Kopama, Garnacho, Pedro Neto, at least you see an abundance of players, especially Kopama, there will be caution. They might not fear, but there will be caution. They will be very cautious that, okay, Kopama way they here. This guy is a magician. He can do anything at any time. So they will be cautious of it. But the fact is, they were so confident, slow. Arsenal played like they had absolutely nothing to lose.
Normally.
Exactly.
And even
They are
any
looking
tactics
for draw.
the
Yes.
Chelsea coach came to play, that is just how Arsenal will play on the night. They are there to play a reserved
game. That was more reason why you needed to just come and be all attack. You have absolutely nothing to lose. If you come there, score 2 goals, probably maybe Arsenal gets 1 or gets 2. It was a draw. It ended up as a draw. In fact, it became a trend, more of a trend now, because Arsenal eventually won. Even after doing your reserve, Arsenal still won the game. So what was the whole purpose of doing all of that? If Arsenal playing a reserved game still beat you,
that's the stuff of champions.
Beautiful,
If you ask
beautiful.
any Chelsea fans now,
Yeah,
the first leg or the second leg,
yeah,
which of the game paid them the most?
yeah.
They will tell you the
The
second leg.
second leg.
Because the first leg they played.
Exactly.
Even though they lost.
Yes.
I did not see any Chelsea fans feeling any pain.
Because
Exactly.
that first leg
Play.
that you keep saying they play.
Bro,
are you
you
counting
did not watch
the
the video,
Estefan
watch the game.
Are you counting the Estefan dribbles?
I'm not
versus
talking
Timber, or
I'm
what
not
are you?
talking about this.
Then what do you mean by they played?
How
many shots?
Game.
How now?
No,
How many shots on target did they have in that first game that you're talking about?
It
was only Garnacho that came in, and this time, this thing that we are talking about, he came in when we are already leading 3-1. We relaxed him now, because that match that you're talking about, Chelsea self, it is just another Arteta masterclass. That first leg again that you are seeing.
No, yeah, yes.
If you like, make Arsenal, okay, no, don't be annoyed. This Arsenal Liverpool match recently, now Liverpool had the most ball possession in the second half. Are you going to tell him that with that ball possession, that Liverpool, did they dominate the game, or they are trying to run for their life by holding possession of the ball, not allowing Arsenal to have the ball?
Are you telling me you play more than
they are play, that's what I'm trying to, okay, you are playing the ball in your half.
Yeah.
Is that an attacking play or a defensive tactics, my brother?
If you think you play,
you should try and understand what I'm saying now. Try and understand what I'm saying.
You play better than Liverpool and
I say you can defend with the ball. You can defend. You can play defensive tactics with the ball in your feet. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand.
They are playing defensive tactics with the ball. They are at their feet.
Who's playing defensive tactics?
Liverpool and Man U and Chelsea that you're talking about. That's the defensive
The
tactics.
same Liverpool almost took Arsenal like.
With how many shots on target?
No, hold on. See,
what are you saying now?
You get what he's saying?
Do you know what it?
What
you are saying
trying to say
took
is,
somebody's life.
There are sometimes that there's a difference between you can have the ball and still be playing. You can still be on the defensive aspect with the ball. That is, you are just passing the ball around to kill the game.
That was first half.
First half out.
Yes, I understand. Yes,
first half out.
Liverpool dominated the game in the second half.
First half out now. After played that, did everything wanted to play.
No. Anyways,
you watch the match.
I did.
Anyways, you know what? Let's leave that conversation for later. We are talking the Carabao Cup.
Okay.
So should I say in summary of all these things that we are still saying, Manchester City, the second game was Manchester City Newcastle where they won. And this was like a carbon copy of what happened in the game between Arsenal Chelsea. It was just like the same carbon copy happened in the game between Manchester City and Newcastle. Newcastle, you are Eddie Howe. You are already losing by 2 goals margin. If Manchester beat you if City beat Newcastle 5-0 today, it is not an upset, because we all know that Manchester City are supposed to beat Newcastle. You came with the same defensive tactics to do, but you kept Elanga, Harvey Barnes, Johan Wissa. Your attacking threat, and these people I mentioned are not just attackers. These are attackers that are fast, extremely fast. And we know that currently Manchester City's defense is vulnerable. As it stands now, their defense.
Not even currently. Any team that can take the ball to Man City,
take it on, you will do it. What did you have to lose? You have absolutely nothing to lose. Field your attackers. Let them just come. Do the damage. Score as many goals as you can and concede less as you can. But emphasis should be on attacking. But he came with the same formation. And Eddie Howe, I'm not laying so much emphasis on maybe Eddie Howe now is because Newcastle are not as big as Chelsea. because it's an insult for Chelsea to go to play against Chelsea and want to defend and want to play on a reserve. It's an insult. It's a very big insult. So it is not an insult to Newcastle. That's what I'm saying. But still on still, Eddie Howe had absolutely nothing to lose. Just come out, play your game, and score. If you score and you concede, fine and good. You saw when Elanga came in, having Barnes came in, the game changed. They started putting pressure on that defense. Exactly. So that is just how the gameplay or the game plan should be. It is not about coming to say you are reserve, and all of that. This, for me, although there's still a lot of games to judge, but Liam Rosenau has given us the impression that he can be on the defensive side than choosing to come out, because this is just a choice. I believe this game should have given us a very big edge on what he is all about. But I don't know, Chelsea fans out there, does this change your impression? Because I saw a lot of videos from a lot of Chelsea fans. Liam Rosenau and exactly. So I saw their videos and heaping praises on their managers and all of. And take nothing away, I also, like I said, I love a pragmatic manager. When you see something that is not working, you change it. But yesterday just gave me a total different insight. And let's not forget, some of these mistakes he's changing are his mistakes. He made those mistakes in the first place before he changed it. So, well, don't let me raise an agenda here, but this is just, like I said, this is just his first showing, which he did not turn up. He will still have many other tests to see whether he can pass
the second show that he will not turn up. Arsenal had beaten him 2 times already.
Exactly. So
you guys are playing
and they are still playing. There's a Premier League game left to be played. So let us see if the third test he would pass it in flying colours or Arteta will still eat his cake and have it. All right.
Liam Rosenau has lost 2 games now.
Yeah, 2 games.
And both games are against
Arsenal. Yeah.
Next for Chelsea 4 games are Burnley or City for the meet
Arsenal again. Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly. We'll be there. Exactly. So let's see how it will happen. Let's see how
Arsenal win that game again. Chelsea fans should leave football.
There is nothing they can do about it. Arsenal are better than them currently, so they will lose again.
No, I'm saying
no.
All right. You know what? Just let's leave it. Quick fire. Just a quick one to end this premium detailed analysis. We have the finals between Arsenal and Manchester City at Wembley Stadium. So, what is your scoreline for that finals?
Before I go, let me first talk a little bit about that Manchester City versus Newcastle.
Okay.
Because you guys should not get confused.
Yeah.
Because of the outcome of the Man City versus Newcastle match.
It was a 5-1 on aggregate.
It doesn't matter. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Don't get distracted.
All right.
They aren't scoring 3 goals versus Arsenal. It don't go happen.
And let's not forget, this is Wembley. This is not
my bro.
This is Wembley.
My bro.
This is Wembley.
My bro. Man City
can do it.
Bros, I don't tell you. That's the highlight of season for the Manchester United fans.
Okay.
Yes, we give them that. Let them have it. Let them eat it and develop it.
Right.
You understand?
Yes.
Newcastle, before playing Man City, having an injury crisis to the main energy, the 2 main energy of their midfield,
Joelinton and
Bruno Guimaraes.
Yeah.
So those 2 people going out of a game can make a coach to get his tactics wrong.
Okay.
So that's what I'm trying to tell you about what you said about the coach going for a defensive tactics again when he is already losing. He wants to protect his face.
All right.
So Arsenal versus Manchester City, Carabao Cup final.
Yeah.
It's a 2-0 win to Arsenal.
A 2-0 win.
Yes.
Wow. So the likes of Semenyo, Jeremy Doku, Haaland, Omar Mamouche, Phil Foden, Rancheki, they are not getting 1 goal.
They are played against Arsenal this year and they play defensive tactics throughout.
You bet for it.
You know what?
I beg all this your take. All this your take. I know what you mean by bet for it. The team that was playing. I beg you. The team that was playing like small team versus
let's leave that.
You played the same thing last 2 seasons.
How?
You did. You played the same.
Arsenal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did I have the score that they had that time? What are you saying now?
And you know what? Let's leave that. One thing we cannot deny is the fact that this season, Arsenal has gotten some, should I say, some unbearable confidence nowadays, and it is becoming too obvious. Imagine an Arsenal fan saying that the likes of Semenyo, Jeremy Doku, Erling Haaland, Omar Mamouche, Foden, Cherki, all these attacking players are not going to score one goal. He said he's predicting a 2-goal lead or a 2-goal win to Arsenal in the Carabao Cup final. Well, Pep Guardiola, you've heard what they said.
I saw a news this morning that Magui,
Yeah.
he won't be playing the final, but he's not registered.
Yeah, he wasn't registered, so he won't be playing. Yes. But before then, we're expecting that Josco Vador will be back and all of that. Yeah.
Doku should be back also.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'll be giving Arsenal one goal.
All right.
One goal. I'm not that bad.
1-0.
Manchester City will be winning 3-1.
Okay.
That will be the first goal for the little La Masia boy.
Okay, all right, a 3-1 win to Pep Guardiola. All right, you heard it here first. A 3-1 win.
You know one thing I like about his prediction and my prediction.
The football fans.
Yeah.
You guys can put your house rents.
Okay.
3-1 for let's score.
Yeah, I want to say what I'm about to say. You know, whenever we both predict on this platform,
Yeah.
He always predict the same number of goals as I do. If you observe what he mentioned,
3-1 is still a 2-goal.
Yeah. So let's
see.
See.
Directly and indirectly, you are still predicting the same scoreline, but you're just on different sides.
Let's see.
That's beautiful. Anyways, you heard it here first. A 3-1 win to Manchester City from Pep Guardiola's first son, and a 2-0 win to Arsenal from General Ambassador to the Arsenal or to the Gunners. So this is it here. This is our take, and this is our own analytical depth on those Carabao Cup games. If you disagree or agree,